Yo. L&L. L&L. Never Live Show. It's hot, 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 taste it hot. I'm ready. Never Live. Let's go. Never Live Show. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation. Tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Eli always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time. Come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time. Creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up. Shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and Live Empire bringing all the heat. Wanna taste that heat? Try to taste the heat. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Chocolate burning, little mild watermelon. Dynamite's the truth. Have you
Elijah, figured nephew. Lenora, she know it's the truth.
Chris? Everybody love Chris. Love it yourself.
It's the love and live show.
Love and Live.
It's the love and live.
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up, keep stay up and live. Get up, keep stay up and live.
Love and Live. Each day as if it was your last.
The love and live show.
This is Love and Live shots.
Running my money. So fuck with rap energy, get ready to groove. Running my money. Ooh, we work, yeah, we grindin'. Membership strong, ain't no denying. Run me, my money, and respect the crew. You know how we do it. Now let's get to it. Look on Reeves, you stay so clean. Kicking it with the roots on the winning team. Boo, bad side, you always keep it live. GJ3, drop a word, make the spirit rise. Transition 3, watch flex so cold. April showers got the new so bold. Event goes pouring up that mix. Oreo mouse got the color so crisp. Amateur required, keep the fish on deck. 7-5 media, got the paint strokes fresh. Stay scrapped and magic so mean. House of X, stay running the scene. Leonard Doyle, hand so gifted. Essential oils got the vibe uplifted. Precious pieces bring that glow. Chill got the cool, let's start the show. We ain't playing, this the movement. Squad too deep, keep improving. Cash app, super chat, stack that check. If you rock with the crew, better show respect. Run me my money, cause it's far too funny. Run me my money, run me my money, run me my money, cause it's far too funny. Run me my money, run me my money, run me my money, cause it's far too funny. Run me my money, run me my money, run me my money, cause it's far too funny. The shit song, run me my money. The shit song, and the shit song.
you like to support us here on the Love and Live show?
Yes.
If so, join the Hustlers! What does it take to be a hustler? Join us on the platform, buy me a coffee, and join our membership over there.
Yeah.
Some of the perks that you can get over there
Yes.
are your name in our videos and live stream. We're going to be promoting you, doing a little extra something.
Yes.
We're also going to give you guys some additional content. Not just the stuff we have here on YouTube, but some extra special stuff just for you guys, the hustlers.
The hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm going to give you like downloadable content that you can have only a limited time.
Okay.
But it's exclusive to our Run Me My Money Hustlers.
So you can see what Queen is cooking over there. You also will have personalized videos ran here on our live streams.
Yes, and we're going to also highlight one of our members every month.
Put you in the spotlight, give you a highlight.
Because you're so special to us. We love you.
So, are you feeling like a hustler?
I'm feeling like a hustler, baby.
If so, join us on
a
the
Run Me My Money Hustler.
Or buy me a coffee.
Step into the light where hearts unwind, conversations deep where love's defined, in the realm where truth takes the stage. Love Lounge opens up the page. Love Lounge, just take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Whispers of wisdom in every word, connecting hearts that might have blurred. Feel the rhythm of every beat. Love Lounge, the place where souls meet. Love Lounge, just take a dive in stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. From passion's peak to tender care, journey with us, we share, we dare. A space for hearts to bear their truth. Love Lounge, bringing fresh roots. Love Lounge, just take a dive in stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge, just take a dive. Stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge we thrive. Love Lounge we thrive.
I didn't realize y'all couldn't hear me. Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all all for joining us today. You guys don't know what day it is today. It's Wednesday. Every Wednesday here on the Love and Live Show, we get into our segment called Love Lounge. All right? Love Lounge, we talk about different relationship topics, have a little bit of a discussion. Today, we're going to go ahead and get into things. All right? So, that being said, this music is a little bit loud. I'm turning it down a little bit. But I hope everybody's been enjoying their day. We have some people to introduce. We have some people to welcome in. We're going to go ahead and get into that, do that. But before we get into that, we want to let everybody know here. Thank y'all for the continued support. Thank y'all for all the love that you guys show here on the Love and Live Show. We certainly appreciate it. And thank y'all for the love here on Love Lounge. You know, all the engaging questions, all those moments of people, you know, having their input, giving their feedback and all that. We definitely appreciate all that. So with that being said, I do want to make sure we go ahead and welcome everybody in. Let everybody know that we do see, let everybody's presence be known. With that being said, let me turn the music down. Let me make sure it's not down too much. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start welcoming some people in. Starting from the top, we gotta welcome somebody in. Mr. Blue Carpet himself. Mr. Blue Carpet is in the building. We've got Prince Daniel. Prince Daniel's in the house. Nice to see you, Prince. Say what's up, my queen and Chris. What's going on, Prince Daniel? Nice to see you in here, Prince Daniel. You came through with a really good question, so I pinned that. We're gonna go ahead and save that for later. We're gonna definitely get to it. All right, we're gonna get to it, Prince Daniel. Like I said, we over here, Love Lounge. Ask whatever question you want in chat. Put whatever input you want. It's all about feedback. It's all about people's ideas, opinions, all that good stuff. All right. We got somebody who's here, and he's very alive. We got the very one and only James Money 615. Money, 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 money. It's James Money 615. Nice to see you in here. Nice to have you in the building today. Hope you've been enjoying your day. Hope everybody's really been enjoying their days. Listen, we got somebody in here. You got to get well. They're going to help you get well. They're going to help you get to that next. They're going to help you get them gains, motivate you, get you good on the inside and on the outside, all right? We got to welcome somebody in who goes by the name of Famous. Over on their channel, it's called Rooted in Essential Oils. Rooted in the building. Nice to see you in here. Thank you for joining us today, Famous. You guys know it's Love Lounge. So Love Lounge, we're here to talk about different relationship topics, have a little bit of a discussion over here, y'all. It's no different. We get into things today. We got to welcome somebody in. All right, she's saying hello, everyone. We got Latoya Williams. Welcome in, Latoya. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you enjoy yourself. Hope everything's been going good for you today. Listen, Love Lounge. Today we're going to be talking about situations. Can you come back from certain situations? We're bringing some people's experiences where they're kind of asking that question. Is this something that you can come back from? Or maybe they're asking other people's perspective. Can y'all come back from this? I mean, we can look at it in different ways. Maybe give somebody some advice, how they can overcome a situation. On a personal level, is that something you would see yourself trying to overcome if you ever stumbled across that difficulty? We're gonna go ahead and get into things. All right, we're gonna start this Love Lounge track right here. It's the instrumental, and sorry if there's a little bit of a delay. I have to use a different microphone, so I hope it's not too off. But listen, thank y'all for understanding it anyway. So, getting into everything today, before I step into, I guess, our main conversations, everything that we're going to be getting into, Prince Daniel comes with a question, all right? He's immediately, straight off the bat, coming with a really good question right here. He said, how do you break up with someone without hurting their feelings? And that's his question right there. How do you break up with somebody without hurting their feelings? I mean, Prince Daniel, at the end of the day, I think with that situation, any kind of breakup or anything like that is always going to end up with some hurt feelings. Like approach is important though. If especially if you care about that person and all that, and people they like to leave things open for friendships, or they want to have closure, whatever the idea of everything is. Do it all, and I guess in the best way is really just speak on your feelings. Speak on, maybe give a good reason as to why you feel the way that you are, why you feel like anything is the best idea, and why you. I mean, how things should go moving forward. I think with that, I mean, person's gonna be hurt either way it goes, especially if they're really engaged and invested in the relationship. Both parties is gonna be hurt, especially if they really care about each other. But I just think that just really clear reasonings, everything like that. And if you are breaking up and you're doing it for the bettering of both of y'all, I think there's some reasonings that you can give as to why it's just got to be over. How do you feel about that, Queen Lenore? How do you break up with somebody without hurting their feelings?
Probably really there's no way, even if you're prepared and both parties are prepared.
Yeah.
But the best way to lessen the blow would be to don't do it as like you've been thinking about it for a while. Make sure it's something that you slowly ease into y'all's daily conversation as what's not working out in your relationship. Like, because what a lot of people are hurt about is the surprise. Like, I didn't even know we were there.
Yeah.
So basically, let them know that you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not all at once. Like, slow, little bit, like little treats. I'm just not happy. I'm trying to find myself. I hope I'm not hurting you, but I'm just not in it right now. Just slowly, gradually prepare them mentally. So when you break up, it's not a big shock. They're pretty much gonna slowly let go as well because you letting go. Or they're gonna try really hard to work at it. You be like, it's not you, it's me. I gotta figure this out on my own. I'm just not feeling this relationship. Like it's not the relationship enhanced. It's just I can't invest in this relationship like I should.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing you could do to help me invest in something I'm learning. And you figure it out, and it's like you're taking a break, slowly withdrawing from them. Mm-hmm. So then when the breakup, they might break up with you, which makes it easier. And then your feelings gonna be hurt because they never with you. But minor details.
Yeah. So what Queen Lenore is saying, I don't know if everybody's catching her on the mic and everything like that, but what she's saying is, she's like drip feeding. Let your feelings and everything be known. Let that be stated, so it's not an overall shock or surprise when you have this outcome. And she was saying, even as you do that, that person might feel you withdrawing or whatever, and they might end up just breaking things off. So hey, I mean that both, I feel like good takes on that, Prince Daniel. If anybody in the chat wants to give their input in terms of how you would handle that, feel free to get at it. Prince Daniel dropped it in the chat. I'm sure he's looking for other people's perspectives as well. But with that being said, all right, we're gonna go ahead and Prince Daniel said most definitely yes, both parties will be hurt either way. But sometimes you just gotta be prepared for what's to come. Like, talk about it face to face. Yeah, I think Prince Daniel, like a text breakup too, especially if you care about the person. That's not the way to do it. That's like, so it's just not. It's just not. That's what I could say on it. It's just not right, Prince Daniel. Especially if you really care about that person and all that. Just don't do it on the text. We got to welcome somebody in. All right. They be doing their thing over there. They be, having a little sip to something. We've got Vince yours. Vince yours. All right, say what's up, Lenore and Elia? What's going on, Vince yours? Nice to see you in here today. Thank you for joining us. All right, today we're talking about situations that people may or may not be able to come back from. We're giving advice. We're giving our perspective. Is this something that you would overcome? Is this something that you think you could come back from? Queen Lenore, I want you to have an open ear for this next one. We starting off on a more of like a spicy note. Okay, this one is pretty hot, straight off the press. All right. So with this situation, we have something that's pretty wild. Okay, this is a married couple. So husband and wife. You know what day and age we are in right now. You know, everybody and their mama seems to be trying to make some money online. All right. The avenues of making money online can be varied, can be different. I'm gonna just cut to the chase. All right. This is a husband and wife. The wife, her sister, has her OnlyFans. All right. She posts her little content on there, yada yada. Well, the situation has happened between this husband and wife that's very shocking. All right. And based on the details, you can already kind of see where things are going. She caught her husband looking at her sister's OnlyFans. And she just wants some thoughts on this stuff. Like, she's feeling real betrayed right now. Like, she's like, you know, it'd be different. I mean, you could be looking at just about anything else. I mean, I would still feel a type of way, but it's the fact that this is my actual sister. Somebody you know, that just makes dynamics awkward and everything too. Somebody, you know, family reunions, all that, or even just general meetings. I mean, they're siblings. Now she has to think about that. How do you feel about that, Queen North? What would you do? I mean, I think everybody should have a problem with that one. That was a wild one. But, you know, with that all going on, we also asking the question, you know, would you be able to come back after something like that? Do you see the possibility of coming back after something like that?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
That's a tough one. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't even know why you looking at it on my page.
Yeah, why? I mean, obviously.
I don't know why. Like, when you were saying that, I was trying to figure out a whole bunch of different reasons.
Listen.
What would make him look at the OnlyPage?
What would make him look at the OnlyFans page? Well,
Like,
I mean,
there's no, like, I just think, I'm really not happy with that at all.
mhm.
And can we come back? No, that's all I'm gonna think about.
Yeah.
If you put my sister on, like, you gotta think for my sister.
Yeah. I mean, right now she's pregnant. They're on their second kid. And he never gave any indication of cheating or really trying to engage with his sister or anything like that. But that's a big issue. I mean, yeah, that's yeah. So how y'all feel about that? Oh snap. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. We gotta welcome somebody in though. No, so we're gonna welcome somebody in. Right when I said that, you started. We're gonna go ahead and welcome somebody in. All right. We got Steve. Yeah, Steve Gilmore. Steve is in the building. What's going on? Nice to see you in here, Steve. We got Steve in the building. He's screaming, but you know, it is loud. Steve, nice to see you in here. All right. Queen of North kind of heard some stuff in the background. Listen, Steve says good to see you. It was nice to see you, Steve. Thank you for joining us today. And listen, we got to get into y'all impact, y'all perspective on this one. If it's yours saying nope, because if you're watching it, he had to pay for it, right? I mean, listen, free or pay. This is terrible. But on top of that, yes, he is paying to play. I mean, you know, shoot, y'all got. Imagine y'all got a joint bank account too. Ooh, tough. But anyways, Prince Daniel's in here saying, if I find out my wife is looking at my best friend's OnlyFans page, I would feel some type of way about that. And you know, I don't know if I would stay with her. He's like, I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Again, you got somebody who's frequently around you, like Prince Daniel. For you to see her situation, you put into a best friend, it could be a sibling, like brother, whatever it is. That is somebody who's. It could be a cut. It could be. It really could just be that close proximity is just crazy. First, we gotta deal with the OnlyFans issue. Why are we paying for that? I mean, especially you got a whole family and everything like that. You know, unless y'all well off. But to each their own on that situation. least you're on that situation. Yeah. But yeah, two. Yeah.
But
You saying you're going for like a guacamole flavor, right? Yeah. But anyway. So missing I lost my train of thought. That cleaner got me trying hot sauce. But trying to pick back up on the train. Chugga choo choo. So yeah, with this whole idea, you got the financial thing, but it's that close proximity. Best friend, anybody that y'all know, and then the pain on top of it, it just makes it all bad. It's just all bad. Latoya, she's saying, you know, I guess y'all nice because if something ain't right, I'll put them out with a smile. I've always had my own, so it's really easy and no love lost. My ex-husband out and I divorced him. Okay, listen, tell like it is, Latoya. I mean, something like that. Again, can y'all come back? I think that's the point of no return on that one. I can't lie because it's just it's beyond ethics. It's beyond morality. It's just like that layer. It's just a different level of disrespect. It's just all bad. Listen, Prince Danny said put two and two together, and then she's carrying my second child. Listen, that's what I'm saying, Prince Danny. It's crazy. It's wild. It's wild. But we're talking on her perspective. She having this issue with her husband. I mean, imagine being the one carrying the child. Like that's so. With this one, I mean, again, I think it's a very tough situation in general. Finding this has already been hidden and everything like that. Then we got to go ahead and get into it. All right, I'm gonna welcome somebody in. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cue the sound. All right, we have to get well with somebody. Y'all know her well. You can exercise with her in the AM, get your day straightened up, set up straight, get it right. We got Wellness with Frugal Mama in the building, y'all. Listen, we're going to be back after a very quick, brief message. See y'all very soon.
Special thanks to this Rummy, my money hustler.
Welcome to Superfood Parents, Jingle Superfood Parents. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh. Let's go. Every bite's a super move. Tasty, fun, and packed with groove. Quick recipes, tips to try. Superfood Parents reaching high. Superfood Parents, Jingle Superfood Parents. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh.
All right. Sorry for the sound, y'all. What I do? I know y'all can't hear me right now, but see, I'm trying to turn the noise cancellation. Here we go. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Trying. We're going to make it hot sauce right now. I know that sounds kind of loud. All right. Now we should be back. All right, y'all. Sorry about the sound here. So, okay. We have this situation going on again. Husband and wife. The wife finds out that her husband is subscribed to to her sister's OnlyFans, and this just is an all terrible situation. Can y'all come back from that? No. All right. A lot of people saying no. Listen, Vince Shore is immediately saying no, just based off the fact that we paying. Like, whoa, that's a crazy situation. Prince Daniel says, sound like that fish is already in her net. The husband looked like he's about to catch him a new fish. Is that well? And I just think that that's just all bad. But again, trust all that just kind of out the window with that. It's just it would be hard to persevere and continue. Even looking at him as a baby's father, whatever role as an ex-husband, it's gonna be difficult knowing what's transpired in their relationship. But with that being said, listen, y'all didn't get y'all takes on that one. We're gonna go ahead and jump into another one. Let's get that love line jingle going here. So we got this next one, okay? This one is another, I guess, wild one. First one we talked about, OnlyFans situation. This next one that we're talking about is a little bit different, all right? I know some people that they heard of the show like 90 Day Fiance. You know, there's always this thing of people dating people outside of different countries, different cultures, and all this different stuff. We come together, some things work, some things don't. But anyway, all this to say, all right, you got this boyfriend and girlfriend, and you know, they just got something weird going on. Okay? Just something real weird, real off, and we got to talk about it. So, again, he got with this girl. She's from another country, and everything's cool. Like, you know, they really getting to know each other. Everything is well. And, you know, the story that she gives him is her parents come from a very wealthy financial background. He doesn't have to worry about her being a gold digger. Don't have to worry about her trying to get a visa, whatever it is, because she's set. You know, she's well off, right? So comes together. I mean, whatever way, whether she's on a temporary, whatever, they in that same country. I think it's U.S., U.K., wherever it is, it's a first world country. So she's coming in again. She gives him this background, rich family, like she comes from money. Money is going to be an issue. It's not. Nothing he's gonna have to worry about. So things are cool. You know, they are actually trying to find a house, and so on this house that they are putting a rental on, they got a pretty hefty down payment on this because it's a really nice house. It's really kitted up, and you know, it's something that, you know, if you got money, it's the kind of place you will live in. So it comes up totaling to, I think, $10,000 that she's supposed to have for this down payment. $10,000. So she's has to put that down. They come to terms in terms of what's going to be paid for and everything like that. He's put his side in, but you know, he's asking her like, you know, where's this money come from? Like, I know you say you got rich parents and everything like that, but like, whoa, he just sent you $10,000 like that? Like, that's just how it's coming? And so he done got into it, and look, she just put this whole facade on the situation for him, all right? So she said, yeah, my father, yeah, he just sent me the $10,000. Like, you know what? You don't believe me? Let me show you something. And she shows him a bank statement. Now, mind you, all right, he already had his suspicions about some things, and he decided to, you know, prod a little further. As he digs in, he finds out that she's making money in a different kind of industry, all right? She's using her body as a financial door, all right, for success, all right? So he finds out that, you know, she's working, and I mean, I guess whatever was in him, I guess he didn't want to confront it at that time. Maybe he wanted her to say it. Maybe he wanted to see what would happen. I don't know. I honestly, if I was in this situation, I would have said something immediately when we find out that she's working. I mean, and if that made him feel a type of way. But with that being said, she's saying she's getting the money from her rich parents. Fast forward, she sends a bank statement. Well, she got locked out of her phone, and she's like, I need you to actually, like, I need to move some money around, so can you log into my account? He logs into the account and he sees that she actually sent herself the money. And he presses her on that. She's like, no, like, I mean, yeah, I sent myself the money. Well, I don't understand what the issue is. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything wild. Like, my dad sent me the money. I mean, I just had to move it away. My account a certain way. That's why it looks like that. She just giving every excuse in the book. And he wants to know how he should move forward in this situation. I don't know. This is pretty wild, and that's why I'm explaining it this way, because I even had some confusion in it. But all that to say, I'm going to go ahead and summarize all this out with boyfriend, girlfriend from a whole other country coming to live with him. Says she got rich parents. You don't have to worry about the gold digger kind of thing. She got her own, all right? They're coming together. They need some money for a house, all right? She's doing her end. He's doing his end. And she was able to get $10,000 just out of nowhere. Like, where's that coming from? Like, I know you got rich parents, but they just got it like that. Well, she It's like, all right, yeah, they got it like that. I'm gonna send you some proof. Sends him a screenshot of the financial transaction. It's from her father, all that. And he's always already been asking about her family and all this different stuff, and details have really been very small. Anyway, all that to say, he looked into her situation a little bit more. He finds out that she's doing some other kind of work, all right? She's making money handling business with some other individuals. And the blanket is in the bedroom variety. So he finds this out. He doesn't confront her at that point. Maybe seems like he's trying to pull it out of her, whatever it is. But anyway, he gets to a point where she needs him to move some money in her account. He gets into the account. He finds that transaction. He asks her about it. She insists that it's the father still sending the money, even though he obviously knows the truth. And he wants to know what he should do to move forward. I mean, to me, I'm seeing immediate denial on the dude's end. I don't really know why he's not confronting it, but how do you feel about that, quickly? You just find out your husband, he's making some money. He could even be a sugar baby or something like that. He's doing a little extra stuff on the side. But he's saying it's from his parents. You said what?
I'm mad because he didn't tell me.
Yeah, I think that's the main issue. And I think
it's all that innocence, and I think the way it's going on is married couples are talking.
But they're not married though. This is her girlfriend, and they're trying to come together and get a house together. She just got a. You said what?
Trying to get her working.
Listen, so she comes from a whole different country, but she like, you don't have to worry about money. I got money upset. She comes up with $10,000 so they can put down on this real nice house.
Yeah.
And he was like, how you get that so fast? She already said she had a rich family. She's like, oh, my dad just sent me the money. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah. And she's like, I'm so serious, I'm gonna send you a screenshot. It's a doctored up screenshot. He didn't know. He had some situation with her bank, and he had to log in, and then that's when he seen she actually just sent herself that money.
That's lying on top of mine.
Yeah.
But also, if I don't want him to know, first we buying a house, we gotta be really close. So still communication.
Yeah.
You still need to say, this is what I do. You or you like her, you know.
She claims she's unemployed, but apparently she's working another way, working on the underground. But whatever it is, I mean, I think in the main situation, I don't understand why on his end he didn't confront her immediately in front of this information. Because it seemed like he's just dragging it on. Maybe he's just into her too much. Maybe he doesn't want this to end, doesn't want to come to grips with the truth. But he already knows the truth, so I don't really know what his stance is. But her stance, like Ms. Warner just said, it's just all the hiding. So even if like now we do come with the truth, you can put all this money into a house and everything like this, and you guys might just break things off. So I don't know. She's still in denial about it, and he doesn't really want to come to grips with the whole situation. And I don't know. He's asking for advice, so maybe he just needs some pushing or some convincing. But I don't know. This is a wild situation for him. But Prince Danny, he says, I don't know. I'm getting down to Prince Danny. He said, hypothetically, let's say the person that is married is all of the pretty well being married. Oh well, I'm gonna get into that, Prince Danny. You done got into a whole wild situation. But I don't know. For this one right here, I just think it's so all over the place. It's so scattered from me. It's hard for me to really give my opinion. I think on his end, maybe he kind of needs to just come to grips. He's going to either accept what she's doing, live with that lie, or just continue moving with it. It already seemed like he's in denial about it. And from her end, I mean, the truth will set you free. I mean, I think that, listen, whatever she's doing, if she wants to keep on doing it, she don't know that he's fine, but I think something needs to be said on that, on both ends. What would you say, Queen?
I would be checking myself. Usually, if I feel like if my significant other had to go couldn't talk to me, that makes me look at myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why don't you feel comfortable telling me this thing?
Yeah.
So am I making you feel comfortable to talk to me?
That's the angle you would be coming from with? Like,
well, because my thing is, I feel like you should talk to me. Even if I disagree with it, it should still be an open communication where
like this.
Yeah, like I mean, I know we're scared of the word no.
Yeah.
And we don't like for it, but I mean, like, everything that comes to my mind, I be telling Chris, you know, like, it ain't nothing. That's because I have an open dialogue of communication.
Yeah.
But if you don't feel like, if I'm not getting it back with you, I feel like that's going to be a step of an issue in our relationship if I can't feel free.
Yeah.
If you can't feel free to talk to me, I can't feel free to talk to you. I understand that, oh, I don't want to talk to you because I don't think of the word no, or because you're going to give me your opinion. I got that.
Yeah.
But when it's something like this, like, I need to know for your well-being, because even if you have somebody get a hold of you, talk to you, something like that.
Yeah.
And I know the conversation is that, not
exactly that, but it is, you know, you can understand.
That's just where my mind goes to when I first think about it. As to talk about it, I'm offended both ways.
Yeah.
I'm offended that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because your body is mine, even though we're not married or whatever, that's still mine.
Yeah.
So we buying the house, so I'm taking ownership of your body and my body. That's how I feel. And second, that you didn't feel comfortable talking to me. Because, you know, you might have told me something I didn't know that might get me to say yes.
Yeah. But you didn't even know until you had that conversation.
I don't know. So now when you're hiding, and if you're hiding, then you're hiding a lot more. So I'm more in both, like, craziness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start, we're gonna argue. It's gonna be some choice words. Like, I'm gonna give you some choice words.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that y'all need to hear, the choice words, but that's the words you're gonna get. Because I feel like, you know, you giving something away. Like, that's mine. You know, that's just how I look at it. And my thing is, would you feel the same if I did it?
Yeah. That's a good angle. Yeah, that's it. That's a good angle right there.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Well, that was Queen Lenore's take.
I was trying to.
She's saying you're getting cussed out. It's gonna happen. You know, I mean, I think something like that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a given, but it kind of is. It is kind of just a given. But get into it. Prince Daniel, though, he has a question though. He's like, hypothetically, let's just say, you know, a person is married, he gets to file a decree while they still married. And the other person finds out he's still married, he didn't file. Like, is it still an issue? Like, you know, for the people who get in a relationship, they think that their marriage is finalized. Is that cheating now that he's trying to move forward? Like,
file like a divorce file?
Yeah, he's like, all right, the divorce is filed. He all right, I guess maybe he forgets to file or doesn't really know. Prince Daniel is asking, like, if, let's say this person is still married, the person is still legally married. I guess they forgot to file or they thought it's handled or whatever, and they continue to move forward in a relationship with other people and everything like that. Is that cheating?
I'm gonna say no, maybe because it happened to me.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I'm saying no, because it happened to me. I thought I was divorced.
Yeah.
When me and Chris was together, and Chris proposed, I said yes, and I saw my ex at work, and he was like, "We still married?" And I was like, "No," because I called the courthouse, and the courthouse said we were divorced. He said no, because I never finished. I was like, "What?" So then I called down there. They were like, "Yeah, you still married?"
Well.
And I was mad because I said I asked for a divorce certificate. I asked for a lot of stuff. I put the little thing on the wall that y'all said meant I was divorced. And back then, you had to wait 60 or 90 days.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing that, so I had to go to the judge and say, it's y'all fault, because I called y'all. Y'all told me this was it. I even asked for this divorce certificate so I can hang it up and everything, because I was proud of my divorce, you know. So I thought I was divorced. So if you thought you're divorced and you had a relationship with somebody else, it ain't considered cheating when you thought you was divorced, literally.
Like, truthfully.
Because we did all the paperwork. I got the paperwork. I read them the paperwork because I didn't understand what the paperwork was. So I called the courthouse and read it to them. They said I was divorced.
Yeah.
So I was divorced. Found out when I was about to get married. That's how we got married in June instead of April. Found out I was getting married and found out I was still married. I would have been in business.
Say you would have.
I did not know, and if Troy wouldn't have told me, if he wouldn't have told me, I would have been a big mistake today.
Well, there we go. Queen Lenore saying that's her perspective on it. I think again. I think that, you know, even with this perspective, like, again, it all this does come because again, we hear this stuff a lot. Oh, I'm not married. The dude not married, the woman not married, whatever it is, and they find out they married. But I think if somebody actually went in and they actually, made some leeway in terms of, oh, they think that this is finalized for whatever reason. I think that does. I mean, like they have that full perspective of it being done, over with. Now, somebody being malicious about it, they saying that, and that's not really what's going on. That's a whole different situation. But the person doesn't really know. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily cheating because they're not coming with it with that angle, like, oh, I'm still married and I'm doing this, I'm sneaking around, or this is just not right. Yeah, I think that's not cheating. So we talked about those first ones right here. Let's talk about this other one. All right, we don't necessarily want to always speak on this situation, but politics are very divisive, right? Some we all can agree on. People either love or hate when it comes to politics. People agree, disagree, whatever it is. It's a rocky area. All right, so some people, they might not consider a relationship with somebody based off of their political background, based off of who they would vote for, or whatever that is. I mean, to each their own, right? But getting into this one, this guy, he's like, just found this out. So again, him and his girlfriend, they've been talking for a good long while, and everything's been cool with them. Like, been getting to know her, and just things are getting a little serious, and he enjoys what he has going on. They had this conversation and somehow stumbled onto the topic of politics and everything like that. And I guess it's something that's near and dear to him, and he's really open about his political stance and everything like that. And she just like, you know what? I just want to come. We so far in. I don't want to look like I'm holding anything. I'm just tell you and be honest about this. All right. She expresses to him that she lied about her political view. All right. When they first got together, she had the whole opposite idea of political. All right. Whatever side, whatever way you want to look at it, they were in opposite playing grounds. All right. And she said, as I got to know you and everything like that, I mean, like the way that you expressed it and expressed your ideas and everything like that, I really start to agree with you. Actually, I do truly feel the same way that you feel. And when it comes to the political kind of thing, I do lean in your direction. He wants to know, like, that she admitted that she lied about it. Like, what should he do going forward? All right.
I don't understand. Like, this is an issue that I have. Maybe y'all can answer it because
get into it, Quinn. Get into it.
My thing is, everybody's their own individual person.
Yeah.
The choices I make, the choices and the decisions I make for myself, are my choices and decisions, right?
Yeah.
Why do I have to do with everybody else? Even though me and Chris are as one, he might go Democrat and I might go Republican.
Yeah.
That's our opinion.
Yeah.
What's that got to do in our relationship? If I'm a Democrat or a Republican, am I now a different woman than I was before? Like, why does that matter?
I think people put a lot of weight on it based off of like beliefs, like, let's say even based off of whoever's running or whatever it is, they have those beliefs
on Christianity.
Yeah.
We can both be Baptist,
yeah,
or Catholic or whatever. We're not going to agree on everything.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You're just not. I'm not going to agree to some of the rules that humans made for the religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And that's just how we are. We got a choice. And I don't understand how God gives us the choice to do whatever we want to do. But man decides to come in and tell us we don't have choices. You're telling your partner that they don't have a choice to be whoever they want to be. Mm-hmm. If you love or like them for whatever reason, that's what you do. I don't always agree with Eli, but we're business partners. I don't always agree with him. He definitely don't always agree with me. That doesn't interrupt our relationship. And And I don't understand how people get married and feel like if I believe this, you have to believe it. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not a healthy relationship.
Yeah. Well, can you see the issue in terms of maybe the idea of her initially starting things off with a lie could be the issue?
It doesn't really matter. Did that lie really affect anything? No, really, does it affect anything? That's what I'm looking at. Like that lie that she told you right there.
Yeah.
Does that affect anything in your relationship? She believes one thing, now she don't. And that's what most people do. Most people believe one thing, you get married to somebody, you start believing what they believe anyway, but sometimes you don't, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But did it really, was it something detrimental? It wasn't, she didn't cheat, she didn't steal your money, she didn't go stab your parents, she ain't a thief, she ain't a killer, and she lied about political because she probably lied because people have issues with it, and she didn't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So let's go with, does it really matter?
Does it really matter?
Does it really matter?
Well, the question that we asked, the questions that we really asked them, can you come back out?
Yeah, I really can't. I don't think I'd have lost anything. I don't think I'd have been mad. I was like, dang, you stupid. You lied over that.
I think that I feel, again, like I said previously, I think a lot of people put a lot of weight in it. And I think it's something that really doesn't matter. You know, some people, they feel whatever way or lean whatever way politically based off of a certain amount of facts. And if they line up with that or that's their core values, they really agree with that, they can go either way. I think we just put a lot of weight into that. And like I said, it's very divisive. I've seen people really just show hate towards each other on something that they might even have more common ground than initially they even see on the surface level. So I think that, again, as we are talking about this situation here, like Queen Lenora said, the whole lie could have been based off of, you know, the stigma for whatever party. But either way it goes, as she has progressed, I mean, their ideas coming together. You know, she sees his perspective and she feels she leans more on his side politically now. But again, I think that would be a conversation like, you know what, I understand that, but I'm glad you were able to express that to me, yada, yada, get over that situation. But like Queen Lenore said, I think a lot of people, they make a mountain out of molehills. And when you do that, it becomes like a chore. Relationships already can be very difficult. There already can be a lot of more like intense and very tense moments in a relationship. So something like this, I feel like making a big deal out of, I don't necessarily see where it is necessary to feel that way. But again, and if you did have an issue, the conversation can now be had in terms of why maybe they felt that way previously or whatever you needed to talk about or talk out. You have that stage and you have that opportunity. But getting into the chat, we got to welcome somebody who's in it to win it. We've got Carmen for the win. Carmen, welcome in. Nice to see you in here. Thank you for joining us today. She said jumping in to say hello. Hey, nice to see you, Carmen. Or should I say Carmen? Welcome in. Listen, Prince Dan, he said, I don't learn my lesson. I'll go through that situation. I won't forget about it. I'll get that filed. All right, Prince Dan. Handle that. So as we move forward in our talking points and everything like that, we're gonna talk about some pretty intense, heavy situations. What about this one? We're gonna have to probably wrap things up on this note. But planning a trip. All right, this is a husband and a wife. And again, we're always asking these questions of, is it something you feel you can come back from? And maybe some advice for this person. You know, maybe allowing them to see a different perspective. Like this last one, maybe things aren't that serious. Maybe things are serious. Maybe it's something you should really consider and reflect on. This next one here is one of those more serious situations. They planned this trip for a long while. It's the wife, and she's had all intentions of going on this trip, right? Husband sounds like he's on board of it's a shared financial thing, so they both put money up for it. But the issue comes when we're just a couple of days off of the trip. He's away for something, and He's handling business, and he's supposed to come back straight off of his business trip to go straight to vacation. And there's an issue around it. He hasn't talked to her. All right, this is the day before the trip. He's supposed to come back. They're supposed to go take off their flight, and he hasn't communicated with her. Hasn't talked to her at all. Fast forward, airport time, day of the trip. He doesn't show up to the airport. There's no communication.
You're married?
They're married. No communication. All right, he's saying, he has to mute his phone because, again, he was on a business trip. He's supposed to be coming in the day before, and again, he got his stuff already prepared, packed up. He's supposed to get there and go, right?
Yeah.
She wants to know what she doing. She sees like he's active. Other than me, she has ways to see that, he's still not like he's alive. There's movement going on. She got the tracking on his phone. She got social media icons saying he's online. So she knows that, there's at least somebody got access to his phone, but can't get a call back, can't get a text message back. And again, when it was time to really show up on that day for his stuff to go, he still hasn't said anything to her. So again, this is a very monumental moment for her. She really just broke at this moment. Like, she's really having a hard time. It's very tough. And again, she's kind of asking this question because she doesn't know if she can come back after this. She wants to know, how does everybody else feel about this specific situation? How do you feel? Like, the husband, you plan a trip, it's time to go, and then he leaves you alone at the airport. What'd you do? Oh, this one is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, I'll be very livid. I'm going on a vacation and that's the best time of my life.
Yeah.
And when I come back, while I'm on vacation, that's the best time of my life. I'm preparing myself. When I come back, I'm out with that. With that. There's no reason. You're not answering my call, you're not responding, but you're active and everything else. Unless you say kidnap and that kidnapper thing that's on your account, there is nothing you can tell me that's going to make me feel one way. Unless you go come and surprise me on vacation, and then there's a big surprise you're doing.
Okay.
Those are all the two ways. And I'm still mad on both rounds. Got kidnapped and fist stealing, you doing a big surprise. I'm still kidding. But
at least
I know there's a reason. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, how did your brother get kidnapped? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You're going to have to prove that you was kidnapped. And then you doing a surprise, like, you just couldn't let me go to the restaurant or at the pool and come to surprise me. You had to do this.
Yeah.
Where I had to fly by myself? No, we're just not. No, we're not.
There's going to be an issue either way.
Either way, I'm done.
Well, you're not that done.
I'm done.
You done if he tries to surprise you?
Yeah, I think I might do that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
so I
feel like dealing with you.
Yeah.
And y'all just sit there. And my thing is, all the females that surround you, you couldn't talk to them so they can tell you how stupid your idea is. Like when you be coming up with ideas and you tell me, I'm like, don't do that, Ryan. And then I try to give you a whole bunch of reasons why I just don't do that because it don't make sense. And in your head, I know it makes sense in your head. You be like ready, like cheesing, and I know I get that pen and I pop your balloon all the time. Yeah. Because I'm like, who the hell is smiling? Like we mad now, and you ain't gonna know, and you're not gonna understand. Just don't do it. And I try to give you other avenues. You see how I try to do that?
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like you got a mom, some sisters, some cousins, some aunties. Talk to them. Because there's some attitudes that my feelings are like, I don't want to be on the plane by myself on vacation and all I'm doing is worried about you now. I don't want that. Now, you done put me on a whole bunch of emotions.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. Right?
Yeah, they go, surprise. I don't want the surprise. That's a surprise. Like, that's how I'm feeling. Like, look, you got females. You better talk to them. Don't do that. Like, because it's hard to get over that. Like, you gotta think about my emotions that I went. You thinking it's cute and funny. Yeah. And it ain't cute and funny. Like, this ain't something to play with. You're like, That's what me should have complained with and make you think that I got another man in bed. It ain't something.
Not a prank. Yeah.
I was sitting there praying. I'm like,
You ready to die?
we ain't over. Now we ain't talking for a good 2 months. Just so you got a couple thousand people to laugh. It just ain't. It ain't getting what it's supposed to get.
Okay, so that's what you're saying on that one.
I don't know what the ladies say.
So with the
I don't know what the ladies say.
Ain't nobody saying that on that one yet. So I'm gonna just get my input on that one. I think that it's kind of harder to see it in my perspective. But listen, I gotta go to the vacation for like by myself. You know, I'm a frugal kind of guy, so we gonna put this money up. Listen, I have to get something. I don't want to just be feeling like I done just got robbed. Like, you know, nothing is refundable. We done put the money down. You gotta go. Listen, so I think the biggest issue does come up with immediately. I'm gonna be worried. Like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, where are you at? Like, and I think if the roles are reversed, I think it is a little bit different, just because there's so much kidnapping and all that different stuff that does happen. So I'm gonna be worried about them. Like, worried about all these different things. And at the end of all that worry, all that stress, all that tension, I can find out that you was just chilling. Or like you was just, I don't know, your plane was late and you didn't talk to me about it, whatever it is. Oh man. That's all I can say, really, is oh man. I can't even really come to express how we'll move forward with that, because I just can't imagine that situation.
And that don't seem like what happened to her, so
yeah.
He
Exactly.
came to the occasion, and I just think like
he didn't come. He didn't.
You
And so
all your stuff should be out my house. When I get back home, you should have moved out.
that's what Queen Laura's feeling right there.
Like, don't have me come back home and you here, babe, because it might be a murder, and I don't want to have to kill you. But I don't want to go to jail. I might go to jail with a smile, but I don't want to. So let's just not. Let's we moved out.
Yeah.
Just we moved out and we gone. And I won't look for you. You won't look for me. I've been pregnant with a child you would never know. That would be one child you have on earth. Don't know. The bygones be bygones. Be done. I ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't got to worry about little baby JoJo. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, we just don't leave it.
It's just done right there.
It ain't just that. That's
gotta
the
welcome.
only time I'll be like, you ain't gonna tell the daddy great? No. Did he tell me we was done? No. I thought that's our new communication language.
Yeah.
Now, you don't need to know. You don't care about little JoJo. You don't care about little JoJo. That's how I'm looking at it. So you just left right there. That's communication, no?
That's factual right there.
You might take my little JoJo and disappear because
Yeah.
you don't know how to talk.
Well, we gotta welcome somebody in. She's very precious to us. You said what? We've got Precious Pieces. Precious Pieces in the building. Nice to see you in here. But I feel like what Queen Laura is saying is definitely true. It is a worrying situation the way it goes. The fact that you're in a situation where your life can be threatened or in danger and you don't communicate, you don't say anything, like just not right. And that gets to kind of some reasons why people again end up in those points of no return in a relationship. Broken trust, could be emotional or physical abuse at play, repeated patterns, fighting the same stuff over and over again. Yeah, exactly. You get so sick to the stomach, like you like, oh, and what if he comes back and or he is kidnapped and he comes back? It's just like you don't know. It really would tear. It would tear you up. President said, "Yeah, that's what insane." What Queen said. President said, "That's insane. You ain't gonna let us baby JoJo no more."
No, just JoJo, baby JoJo ain't going. You won't even know about your baby JoJo. I ain't never had no kids. There's baby JoJo. He's still now. Baby JoJo has to look for his dad when he's like 18.
Oh Lord.
Look for daddy at 18. This is your daddy's name. Go find him.
That's wild. But
and it will be when he's 18.
Queen Lenore getting into it. She chopping it up like that.
Baby JoJo be like, Mom, no, you can meet your daddy when you're 18. When you turn 18, I'll give you all this information. And you can look for baby your daddy. Can I meet my grandma? No, baby JoJo. You can't meet grandma. Not on that side of the family. My auntie, you got aunties and cousins and everything, and they lovely people, but they gonna end up letting your dad see you, and that's a no.
So you heard it here in terms of some situations and points of comeback situations. Can y'all come back from this? We talked about some situations we can come back from, some situations may not be that serious. Some situations are very detrimental, very serious. Appreciate all y'all feedback on that. We might jump back into this situation and revisit this sometime, but these are some conversations and some I guess ideas of the situations people are going through. We got a meeting to handle, so we're gonna go ahead and get off earlier than usual. But again, with a little bit of breakdown, people get in these situations where they feel like they won't come back. Broken trust, emotional or physical kind of abuse going on, repeated patterns, the same stuff happening all the time, falling out of love. Like, it's just stuff that can happen. So again, as a reminder to everybody in their own relationship, as they own navigating through their own things, these are some things to be mindful of. Some of these situations that we talked about, it could be communication. Somebody could be willing to accept you for whatever flaw, but if you don't express that, you won't know. Then you could be just in this whole situation where you're living in a lie or whatever. So just good things to note, be mindful of. And we're going to go ahead and close things out here today by saying, remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one.
Step into the light where hearts unwind, conversations deep where love's defined, in the realm where truth takes the stage. Love Lounge opens up the page. Love Lounge, just take a dive into stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. Whispers of wisdom in every word, connecting hearts that might have blurred. Feel the rhythm of every beat. Love Lounge, the place where souls meet. Love Lounge, just take a dive in stories that keep love alive. Feel the pulse, hear the vibe. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. On Love Lounge we thrive. From passion's peak to tender care, journey with us, we share, we dare. A space for hearts to bear their truth. Love Lounge, bringing fresh roots. Love Lounge, just take a dive in stories that keep love alive.